Let's check in with our next weather meteorologist, hurricane specialist and hardest working man in South Florida, Ivan Cabrera.
Yeah, been a long week for a lot of us here and our good friends here in Central Florida. Terrible scenes coming out of Volusia County there. Of course, Ian setting the stage with all the water that had dumped, and now, of course, Nicole finishing them off there, unfortunately, with that seawall coming down. All right, so here is Nicole still churning across the Big Bend of Florida here, and look at the expansive. This has been its footprint here for quite some time, right? It's raining right now in parts of the Carolinas, and it's raining in parts of Key West. That's how expansive it is, talking upwards of 700 miles. There's the center of circulation. It continues moving off to the north and west. Now, Nicole will transition into a tropical depression tonight, and that's obviously going to happen as it continues pushing inland here. Going to lose the steam, but it's not going to lose the rainfall. I think there's still going to be in for some heavy rain across the southeast, and you can clearly see that from some of the bands that continue rolling through. Near the center, you know, when you talk about a tropical storm, sometimes the worst of the weather is well outside in the bands, and these that have a little more juice to them over the water, they have been moving through the northeastern part of the state, and that's been creating some significant wind gusts up there still across portions of the northeast into places like Jacksonville, along the I-10 corridor there. For us, the wind gusts have been generally 20 to 25, not a huge deal, right? It's been a nice day. We had a lot of sunshine out there, just a few little showers here and there, moving southwest to northeast, and I'm expecting not much for the rest of the evening. Neither is our computer model forecast here. It is going to be, for the most part, a dry evening, and the breeze will continue to diminish through the next several hours. In fact, sustained winds are not bad at all, 10 to 15. You wouldn't think a hurricane just moved through our north, but indeed it did. And we'll talk a little bit more in the next half hour of how interesting the season has been with these landfalls here. Low 80s right now. Temperatures running a couple of degrees above average the next few days. I'll put this in motion, be able to see that spin moving away, but we'll have, I think, residual moisture here, and that southerly flow is going to bring us still a few showers and even some thunderstorms through the day on Friday. That's how we'll kick off the weekend. There will be dry air moving in. Nicole is going to merge with a front that's going to try to push in, not cool air, but drier conditions. That won't happen until Sunday, and so I think still on Saturday, I'm showing you Friday here, but still on Saturday, we'll continue to see some additional showers and storms, and the forecast, we'll talk about 20 to 30% coverage for Saturday afternoon before the dry air then and a north wind begins to punch through. As far as the high tide flooding, this is still going to be an issue. Flood caution for the lower Keys. The middle Keys are under a flood advisory here, and also a flood warning for the upper Keys, and then back to an advisory. And this again has to do with just the king tides, the high tides that continue for the next day or so. There's your forecast for the next 7 days.